safari guide today through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now, if you guys look above you, there is an animal spotting guide that will show you all the animals we might possibly see out there today. We may not see all of them, but I usually have some pretty good luck, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. Now, by a show of hands, is it anyone's first time to Kilimanjaro safaris? Woohoo! Mine too! We're gonna have a blast! Just kidding. But if you guys do have your cameras or phones out and you're ready to take pictures, that is awesome. I do recommend it. I also recommend you hang tight to those cameras or phones if we're in action or sports mode. We may not be able to stop for every single animal, but I will do my best to get you guys the best views that I can. Now, right now we're heading into the Little Aturi Forest. Now, the Little Aturi Forest is home to lots of animals that like to use their protein patterns to kind of blend into their surroundings. Helps them to hide from predators. So they're all really good at camouflaging.
Mấy cháu đi bộ được không? Mấy chỗ này là mấy cháu bên vô không được. Cái chỗ này vô không có đường ra đó.
Thôi gắn hồng là ra cái này mới lái dễ giống xe kia đâu.
Xử lý nè, xử lý nè.
Nó eo dữ lắm. Now keep your eyes peeled for between bushes because lots of animals will play peekaboo with us, and they're pretty good at it.
Stop reminding me.
You gonna drop it or you'll lose that one.
That.
Now it looks like there is a black rhino over here to the left by the wall. Black rhinos on average weigh about 3,000 pounds. There are actually very few of them left in the world.
It's a bear.
About 5,000 or less.
Ngủ rồi, đâu có thấy.
That's a rhino.
What do you guys think?
Có bào mễ đeo coi, có bào mễ đeo hình đứng chưa ta.
It's pretty sad, right? We don't want to be what they fear.
Look, look.
I think I see some bongos up ahead. Over here to our left as well. These kind of gingerish antelope. They are known as the ghosts of the forest because they are rarely seen. So it's pretty incredible that we're spotting some right now. And now we can all say we've seen a ghost on a safari, so how cool is that? They got a little story to tell.
I saw one.
We're going to head on over towards the Safi River, which can be a great place to spot some Nile crocodile, as well as some hippopotamus. Now, just
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus do spend a great deal of their time underwater because they actually have no sweat glands. So the water really cools them off. They can actually spend about 8 minutes at a time underwater without coming back up, which is pretty impressive. They are some of the largest, most territorial animals in all of Africa. The only two bigger than them are the rhino and the elephant. Now to our left over here are some large whitish bats called pink-backed pelicans. They get their name from the color their skin turns during mating season.
Bị ca phù đồng chớp là phù.
Oh, I know.
And it is quite a sight.
Well, whose phone is that?
My mom's.
Inside, sit back inside a little bit. Yeah.
She will kill you if she drops that.
These blackbirds right here actually kind of migrate over on their own. We don't bring them in, but we don't keep them out either.
Phở nắng.
Yes. Now to our left are some Nile crocodile. They can be anywhere from 16 to 20 feet in length. And they're averagely about 500 pounds each. Just everybody remain seated for me, just so everybody's safe. They do have a bone-crushing, ferocious bite. It helps them know your prey much larger than them, like the wildebeest.
We're on a bridge.
Now, friends, we're going to go ahead and head on over towards the savannah, which is home to some more popular animals, like the elephant and the giraffe.
Oh no, prepare to get wet. Prepare viewers to get wet.
Everything around us will begin to change, so keep your eyes out for the differences we may see.
What's that? Elephant? That's not an elephant.
And it looks like there is already one large change in our surroundings over here. It's going to be on our right. It is a baobab tree.
What?
Now, baobab trees kind of look
Baobab?
like their roots are spurting up in the air, but they actually just remain leafless 9 months out of the year. They do have a really cool nickname. They're sometimes known as the trees of life because they can store thousands of gallons of water in their trunks for animals like the elephant to drink from in order to survive. So it has many purposes. This right here, friends, is the savannah. It's my favorite spot in all of Africa. I believe it is the most beautiful, and it does change almost every single day. Now, the animals do make the choice of how it appears to us. They're kind of like their own landlords. But what we see right now may not be what is here tomorrow.
Drop that phone.
Now, does anyone have a wild guess as to who the bulldozer of the savannah might be?
Tôi dặn dò vậy đó. Mà cái này khác nữa nghe, bớt nóng
It's
rồi.
actually
A giraffe.
the elephant will knock over a tree if it either gets in their way or looks like a big enough snack to them. The antelope and cattle are the ones that kind of trim and nibble at the grass. And the giraffe will eat anything 20 feet or lower, so that's why things are constantly changing here. Now there is a giraffe right here. It's going to be on our right by this tree. They are the tallest animals in the world. They can be about 20 feet tall if fully grown. Now this one is actually a Maasai giraffe, and we can tell because its pattern is kind of jagged and lacy. Now each of their patterns are actually as unique to them as our fingerprints are to us, so no two of them are the same. Makes each of them very special.
Dòng thì thấy nhưng mà cái này đâu còn dòng.
Now my favorite fact about giraffes is that they only sleep about 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes on average. They do spend about 20 hours of the day eating. Which kind of sounds like the life, right? Except for that 30 minutes of sleep. That doesn't sound too good. Now to our left, it looks like there are some African wild dogs. They are very social animals. They are also known as painted dogs.
Mấy con có
Because
dữ
it kind
lắm
of
á.
looks like their coats were painted with a paintbrush.
Chú Quang á.
Now they are some of the most successful
Con
hunters
chó.
in all of Africa.
Dữ lắm,
They
con
have
này dữ
about
lắm.
a 90% success rate when hunting.
They look like
They will chase
foxes.
their prey to the point of exhaustion, where their prey will just give up and collapse.
I see
Which is
tongues.
both scary and impressive at the same time. Now there is another giraffe to our left, as well as an
Ồ, bò rừng
angora
ra, bò rừng ra. Bò
And
rừng ra.
even way back in the corner are some sable antelope
này
with darker
Con
coats.
này phái nè.
They are the official
Longhorn.
emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now there's more tannish antelope on the hill over here to our left are called Patterson's eland.
Yeah, Longhorn.
They are the tallest type of antelope on this reserve. They can be about 6 feet tall at the shoulder. Now these Ankole cattle are actually the only domesticated animals on this reserve. They were domesticated by the Watusi tribe, so sometimes they're known as Watusi cattle. But the Watusi tribe does not keep their cattle as a food source. They actually keep them as a sign of wealth. So the more large cattle they have, the wealthier they are. If a man was thinking of proposing to another woman, he might offer her father an Ankole cow. I actually don't know the reason they're wrapped. That is a curious question, though. I'll have to find that out. Now, I know giraffes can take their tongue because it can be about 18 inches long. They can wrap it around one branch completely and then pull every single leaf off at one time. Which is pretty efficient way of eating.
Like it. Thầy này biết là thầy lạ chưa biết luôn á.
You see a giraffe right there.
Ảnh trong kéo kìa. Anh đâu có đứng
Now,
đằng
it
nào.
looks like on this hill
Where?
over here, kind of in the shade, are some white bearded wildebeest hanging out, these kind of gray antelope. You might recognize them from that scene in The Lion King that doesn't put them in too good a spotlight, but that scene is fairly accurate because they do travel in large groups of up to 1.5 million of them. And they will travel anywhere from 800 to 1,000 miles in just 1 year. Now, animators actually came and studied wildebeest and the way they would stampede and run together so that they could accurately edit that scene to make the CGI kind of perfect. Now, it looks like there is another giraffe to our left, actually a couple of them over here. So we're kind of seeing a spread out group. A group of them is called a tower.
Tower là mount. Hồi nãy gia đình đâu biết không? Đâu hồi nào giờ quay gì?
Now, as giraffes grow and mature, their patterns actually turn kind of gray like our hair, which makes them more vulnerable to predators because they can no longer camouflage as well. Friends, right now we're heading deeper into the savannah towards Monkey Point to try and spot some more friends. Now, a lot of the animals that live in this area can be rather shy and reclusive, even though they hang out in large groups. So just let me know if you guys spot anything.
What's that? Oh, those are bones. No, that's not a bone.
Now, to our right is an elephant. Male elephants will hang out alone or in all-male bachelor groups of about 2 to 3 of them. The females and young will hang out in a more social group. And the males as young will only leave that social group at about age 14. Now, it looks like a road is closed up ahead, friends, so we're going to be taking a detour. Things might get a bit bumpier than they already are, so hang tight to your belongings and hang tight to the travel. I'm pretty sure we'll make it through. Alright, and here is that detour. It's just an old bridge, but it looks like it's being held up by some rope, so I think we're okay. Everybody just think light thoughts of me, right? Light as a feather. Here we go. We're almost there. I almost got worried there for a second, but I'm pretty sure you guys saved the day thinking those light thoughts. Now I'm hoping up ahead we can spot a social group of elephants. That would be pretty cool. Oh, looks like some have already been through here because there are some tusk marks and footprints in the red clay beside us. Elephants will actually eat red clay. It serves as a mineral source to them and provides them plenty of nutrients. They can actually eat about 300 pounds of food in a single day. I don't know about you guys, but I can't really do that unless it's like Thanksgiving or I'm at a buffet, but then I'll leave feeling like an elephant. Sadly though, right now they are losing their homes one by one. This is due to the mining of a mineral called coltan, which is actually found in most of our cell phones and laptops. So something we can do to help them out is to take back our old cell phones and laptops that we don't use anymore. Take them back to the stores we got them at to recycle them. It helps them from having to move into a tight, cramped space that just doesn't really suit them. And it's something we can do from our hometowns to help someone so far away.
There's that tree again.
Yep. Now it looks like there are some greater flamingo over here. They are the tallest of the flamingo, and they are actually born gray. They get their pink tint from their diet of brine shrimp. Now brine shrimp are a little smaller than the shrimp we typically eat, and that color will adjust to them after about a year of eating them.
It's a goose.
Now if you've ever wondered like me, why do they stand on one leg sometimes? Because I've always been so curious about that. They actually do it to cool themselves down. So when they stand on one leg, it's kind of like how we at night stick one leg out from under the covers in bed to cool ourselves off. It's the same thing for them. Now it looks like there is another elephant hiding over here to our left, actually 2 of them.
Hải để
Now there is a bond tobacco laying over here near this large mud pit to our left, a really small antelope, and there's another standing over there as well. They're actually considered extinct in the wild right now, so this reserve is one of the only places in the world that you can see them at the moment. Conservation funds like Disney's go directly in to try and attempt to get them back from being extinct if they can. That's why it's so important for us to help them out with our time and efforts. Now to our right is a white rhino. White rhinos can weigh anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 pounds, so they're much larger than that black rhino we saw earlier. A group of them is actually called a crash. This is because they can run about 35 miles an hour, but they actually have pretty terrible vision. So what do you guys think it usually ends up in when they all run together? A crash! They all kind of run into each other, which is both sad and funny at the same time. Now they do have excellent hearing though, and their ears move independently, which is pretty cool. Now things around here can be pretty hard to spot, so keep your eyes extra sharp. Not really seeing anything just yet, but we're keeping our eyes out for anything that might pop out. Now it looks like there's a large rock formation right here, which is sometimes known as a kopie. Now a kopie can be a great place to spot some large predators. So we'll see what we can find hanging around.
There's like a fort right there.
Now sometimes you can find lions hanging around a kopie, but actually in the last 20 years, 80% of their population has depleted, which is pretty sad, right? But Disney actually has about 300 different projects working to try and get them back from that. Now it looks like to our right are 2 ostriches as well as some more white rhinos. Ostriches are the largest birds in the world. They actually cannot fly though. They use their wings instead to steer direction when running, and they can run about 45 miles an hour.
vô ghê. Đây để quất con dốc nữa.
Hồ cho em đi con.
Now it looks like over by these rocks to our left, it's hard to see, but there is a warthog laying down. You can see a little bit of a furry belly. Now warthogs are really cool. They kind of recycle in their own ways. They reuse the burrows that other animals have already made. Now you might recognize warthogs because Pumbaa himself was a warthog. But the word Pumbaa is actually Swahili for foolish one. Now it looks like there are some ostrich eggs over here, which makes sense because those ostriches are right there to our right. Their eggs can weigh about 3 pounds each, and they can withstand the ostrich itself, or even a grown man standing on top of them without them being broken. So they have a pretty tough show. Now things around us are beginning to change once again. You guys may have noticed they're looking a little more lush and a little more green around us. That is because we are now headed back into a forest area, and we're sadly nearing the edge of the village. So keep your eyes peeled for a few more friends. We're going to try and savor these last few moments of our journey through the reserve. And of course, let me know if you guys spot anything. Alright, not really spotting any friends animals just yet, but we did get to see so many out there today. So did anyone get to see one of their favorite animals? Awesome. Did anyone get to see anything they maybe have never seen before? Awesome. That makes me so happy, guys. So again, this is the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. The word Harambe does mean to come together in Swahili. It is our goal to come together to help save the animals and their homes in whatever ways we can. That might be by recycling simple things like plastic and cans, or even those cell phones and laptops so that animals don't have to move into homes, or hunting and poaching is more common for them. Now again, my name is Joy, and it has sincerely been my honor and pleasure taking you guys out on the reserve today. But I will not be saying goodbye to you guys because goodbye is far too final and much too sad. So instead I'll tell you Kwaherini, which means go well in Swahili. So Kwaherini friends, I hope you go well today in all of your adventures here at Disney's Animal Kingdom and wherever else your adventures may take you. Should be just a moment before we reach the dock, which is when we begin to gather your belongings. And if you have any more questions for me about the animals or the reserve, you can come up to the front at the end of our journey once we have fully done. My windows are literally always open. They don't really close, so you can feel free to come up if you like.